Welcome to Trivia Clips. Today we dive into the legends of psychedelic and progressive rock, Pink Floyd. Let's test your knowledge of the band's early years, iconic moments, and myth-busting facts. Get ready for part 1. Let's begin. 1. Pink Floyd was founded by David Gilmour in 1965. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? The band was actually founded in 1965 by Syd Barrett, Roger Waters, Richard Wright, and Nick Mason. David Gilmour joined in 1967, originally to support Syd during live performances. After Barrett's mental decline, Gilmour took over as lead guitarist. He became essential to the band's success, but was not a founding member. The band's original sound was rooted in London's underground psychedelic scene. Barrett's leadership defined their early identity. 2. The Wall is Pink Floyd's only concept album. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. False. Pink Floyd is known for multiple concept albums, not just The Wall. Other examples include The Dark Side of the Moon, Wish You Were Here, and Animals. Each of these explores themes like madness, absence, capitalism, and alienation. Their commitment to storytelling is a hallmark of their music. Conceptual cohesion became one of their trademarks. Few bands in history mastered it like Floyd. 3. Syd Barrett was fired from the band due to drug abuse and erratic behavior. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. True. Barrett's behavior became increasingly unstable due to heavy LSD use and mental health issues. He often stood motionless during performances or refused to play. The band decided to continue without him by early 1968. Gilmour had already been performing alongside him as a backup. Although they never officially fired him, they simply stopped picking him up. His influence remained, but his tenure was short-lived. 4. Money is the only Pink Floyd song to use a 7/4 time signature. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. True. Money, from The Dark Side of the Moon, is famously written in 7/4 time. This unusual rhythm gives the track its iconic off-kilter groove. Few mainstream rock hits use this complex time structure. The song shifts to standard 4/4 during the guitar solo. Its use of cash register samples adds to the rhythmic motif, a bold and brilliant choice for a hit single. 5. Pink Floyd performed at Live Aid in 1985. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. False. Pink Floyd did not participate in Live Aid in 1985. At that time, the band was divided and dealing with legal disputes. Roger Waters had recently left the group in 1985. David Gilmour continued with a new lineup under the Floyd name. They would not reunite until Live 8 in 2005. That Live 8 reunion was their first in over 2 decades. 6. Roger Waters was the band's original lead singer. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. False. Syd Barrett was the original lead singer and creative force in the early years. He sang most of the vocals on their debut album. Roger Waters gradually took on more vocal and creative control after Barrett's departure. Waters eventually became the band's primary lyricist and conceptual leader. David Gilmour also sang lead on many major tracks. Pink Floyd never had just one frontman after Barrett. 7. The song, Wish You Were Here, was inspired by Syd Barrett. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. True. Wish You Were Here was written as a tribute to Syd Barrett. The song expresses longing and sorrow for a friend lost to mental illness. During the recording sessions, Barrett visited the studio unexpectedly. He was unrecognizable, overweight and with shaved eyebrows. His appearance left the band members in shock and tears. That moment deeply reinforced the song's emotional weight. That's the end of part 1. Feeling enlightened or surprised? Get ready. The deeper, darker side of Pink Floyd is coming in part 2. Like, subscribe, and let's keep exploring the legend. Welcome back to Trivia Clips. Let's continue uncovering the truth and myths about one of rock's most legendary bands. Time for part 2. Let's go. 9. The flying pig in Pink Floyd's imagery first appeared with the Animals album. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. True. The inflatable pig was created for the 1977 album Animals. It was photographed floating above Battersea Power Station in London. During the shoot, the pig broke free and caused airport warnings. The image became one of the band's most recognizable visuals. It symbolized capitalism, greed, and manipulation. The pig later became a fixture in their live shows. 10. Pink Floyd was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2005. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. False. Pink Floyd was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1996. Their influence on music and live performance is widely celebrated. David Gilmour and Richard Wright did not attend the ceremony. Roger Waters gave a brief, humorous speech. The band had already been inducted into the UK Music Hall of Fame in 2005. Their legacy spans both sides of the Atlantic. 11. Comfortably Numb features shared vocals by Gilmour and Waters. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. True. Comfortably Numb is from the 1979 album The Wall. David Gilmour sings the soaring choruses, while Roger Waters handles the verses. The contrast in their voices adds to the song's drama and tension. It's one of the band's most beloved and performed songs. Gilmour's guitar solo is considered one of the greatest of all time. It perfectly blends emotion with technical mastery. 12th. Pink Floyd once played a concert on a floating platform in Venice. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. True. In 1989, Pink Floyd performed a free concert on a floating barge in Venice. It was part of the city's celebrations for the Redentor Festival. Over 200,000 people attended the show live. The concert caused controversy due to structural damage and cleanup costs. Still, it became a legendary event in live music history. The visuals and acoustics were carefully engineered for the open setting. 13. The song Time opens with a ticking clock and a cash register sound. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. False. Time begins with ticking clocks and a sudden explosion of bells. It's Money that opens with a cash register and coins clinking. Both songs are on The Dark Side of the Moon, 1973. Time explores mortality and the regrets of wasted youth. It's one of the most philosophical tracks in the album. The intro was crafted from recorded clocks in an antique store. 14. Roger Waters left the band in 1990 after the Wall tour. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. False. Roger Waters left Pink Floyd in 1985, not 1990. He believed the band should retire after the final cut. Legal battles followed as Gilmour continued using the Pink Floyd name. The Wall tour ended in 1981. Waters later staged it solo. His departure caused a rift that lasted decades. The band reunited only once after that, in 2005. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. True keyboardist Richard Wright was dismissed during the Wall sessions in 1979. Roger Waters demanded his removal due to creative conflicts. Ironically, Wright stayed on as a salaried performer for the tour. He was the only member to profit from the tour, since he wasn't responsible for debts. He later rejoined the band in the Gilmour-led era. Wright's atmospheric style was vital to their sound. That's the end of part 2. Pink Floyd's history is full of truth, myth, brilliance, and conflict. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more legendary music trivia. Only on Trivia Clips.